everybody, thanks for joining me again today for day number 15 of Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And this one kind of was intimidating to me in the beginning because it had a lot of layers and the circle element. But you know what? I love how it turned out. Now I did rotate this one, so instead of having that half circle on the bottom, I'm putting it off to the left hand side, and instead of one photo, I'm actually using two. I'm again working on my South Dakota album, and I finished up the section for the 1880s village, so now I am just working on our visit to Custer City. And this one was kind of a fun story. We had gone, if anybody has gone to South Dakota to visit like Mount Rushmore and that, we had gone on to Lookout Mountain, which is a very, very steep, winding road, and then a lot of U-turns, and so it snakes down the side of the river, or the mountain, and we weren't used to mountain driving. We live in Illinois, it's flat. So my husband happened to kind of ride the brakes all the way down to the bottom, and we ended up glazing the brakes. And when you go through, you can see Mount Rushmore and everything. And when you get to the bottom, you end up going over to Custer State Park. And we're halfway through Custer State Park, and there's just smoke billowing out the bottom of our car. And we pulled over and looked, and our brake pads were just like bright red because we had glazed them over. So we ended up going into Custer City, having our brakes looked at, and ended up getting new brakes on our car. I'm sure we weren't the first ones to do this, because as we were staying at a hotel at the base of Mount Rushmore, you could smell all the people coming back with the smell of burning or smoking brakes. But we did learn our lesson to tap your brakes, don't ride your brakes. So, anyways, as you can see, I've gone through my papers that I have today are from a paper pad that I got from Joann Fabrics, and it's called Open Road, and it's a Park Lane paper. So I took the floral that's kind of a blue background, and I cut a half circle, and I used my circle template that I had from Creative Memories to draw it, and then I just used my scissors and fussy cut it out. I was kind of being lazy and didn't want to break out all the tools, and so I just used my good old scissors. And then from the same paper pad, I grabbed that kind of a geometric pattern. Kind of reminded me of kind of an Indian blanket. And since this buffalo has pictures of Indians drawn on it and Buffalo Bill, I thought that was perfect for it. From my scraps, I had a branding strip that was just wood grain. I put on top of that. And then I was getting ready to cut this black paper, and it was a scrap from the layout I made, I believe, yesterday. But as I was cutting it, this paper caught my eye that was in my little bin next to me. And so this is a Jen Hadfield piece of paper, and it was just one scrap I had left, and it was a great opportunity to get that used up. So I threw that up at the top, and I think it really goes good with the whole layout and the nature looking feel of the layout. So I had also gone and taken this wood, it's a wood veneer frame to kind of mimic that frame in the sketch. And this was, I believe, from like a freckled fawn grab bag that I had gotten, and it was just like a pack of 4 frames. And the geometric shape or on the design on the front of it kind of reminded me of that pattern paper. The florals I fussy cut out, I believe, were from, which one? It would be from Auburn Lanes, I believe. So I threw one in the top corner where the sketch had the circle, and then I threw another one in the bottom. Now the sketch also had that little banner that would have been underneath, and I started to put it on there, but I didn't like how it covered up my one little bird, so I decided not to use that banner. And the other thing the sketch did not call for was this tag, but I really liked how it had the bird on it. Now it does say thank you on it. This is also from a Jen Hatfield cut apart sheet, but I don't obviously want thank you, so I'm just using the Viewmaster reel to cover up the thank you part and having it peek out. And now the birds on the tag match the bird on that pattern paper. I had from my scrap or my embellishment bins, I had the word tourist and the word photo, and I'm going to put those on, one in each of the clusters. And now what I'm doing is I'm fussy cutting one of these buffaloes out, and I am going to put it on the inside of my frame, and that will just be my little embellishment there. The last thing I'm going to do for embellishments is I'm going to take the wood veneer stars that you can see in the upper right hand corner, and I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle those around, a few in the top and the bottom clusters, and then one inside the frame itself. And that way I get that wood element spread out throughout. Now these wood veneers had some that I think are more Christmassy. They're kind of a starburst. So I just wanted the 5 corner stars. So I was kind of picking through to find ones that I wanted and that weren't huge. And I've already stretched the sketch by making it 2 photos, and so I didn't want to add more big elements on it. So I'm just tacking this down with a little of my quick dry adhesive, and now I'm grabbing this gold letter stickers that I got from a Hip kit a while back, and I really love these letters. Now I didn't have any C's, so what I'm going to do is end up taking 2 G's or J's. I don't remember which letter it was. I think they were J's. And they had the loop on the bottom. And so I'm just going to fussy cut them and MacGyver them into C's. And I did 2 of them that way and kind of held one on top of the other so they look the same. And you can't even tell that that wasn't from the paper pack or from the sticker pack themselves. And that is going to be it for my layout. Off screen I will put some twine in my tag. I want to thank you for joining me today. Please check out the playlist down below for everyone else who is following along with this sketch. Have a great day. Bye-bye.